All right. Here we go. Here we go. We are back. Happy 2023, everybody. Welcome back to the, first episode of the Samboner Show in the year 2023. I'm your host, Samboner Mick, all alongside the big Colin Thompson. What do you say, Colin?
I appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah, I have a different headset. There's some technical difficulties on my end. Mick, of course, is just killing it. He's a podcasting pro now, so he's got all this stuff. I am now the rookie with the vet, but we'll be back better than ever with my normal get up next week. But I'm jacked up, man. It's a new year. Lots to look forward to. The Samboner Show. We hit 10,000 on Instagram. The Twitter following's been fun because that's kind of been naturally growing to watch that grow. But again, it's really not even about that. It's just about the Samboners, the group, the people, the passion, the different people I see engaging with it now that I'm really truly a part of it. It's been just so cool. You know, you always say like how humbled you are and how excited you are to be a part of it. But like I said on past shows, our assistant GM, our owner's wife, you know, I see huge people with followings reaching out to you on Instagram, tagging you in wow posts and all these different things. Like, from just a mom and pop shop, for a lack of better term, to now, you know, 10K following and just a cold following of fun. Like, people have asked me nonstop over the holidays, what is the Samboners? What is the Samboners? I still can't answer it right, but that's okay because there's no rules in Samboner.
That's right, baby. There is no rules in Samboners. And Colin, you know, you bring up a good point because I tend to cheese out around the holidays. I do a lot of reflecting. I look back on 2022 and you know what I did right, what I did wrong, what can I improve upon. But you know, one of the best things, just looking back on the page, I did a post on New Year's Eve, and I just was taking snapshots of like every 10 people on the page. After every 10 people, every time, I'm like, man alive, we got a lot of characters out there, just loving to jump on board, express themselves, and just, you know, get after it every once in a while. And that's, you know, that's what Samboning's all about, really. Just shows who you are, what your personality is. If you can get out there and support a local business, that's a bonus. But, you know, there is no rules here. And, you know, it's all about, you know, good vibes, positivity. And if you can share it, we're here for it.
That's right, man. And we appreciate everybody sharing on, like, get out there and do a video. There's people listening to this right now that won't do a video because they won't. And I get it. It's a hurdle. We got Mick over, and Mick's like, oh, dude, I've never been on camera before. I've never been a mic. And now he's a natural, baby. So you just got to get up and rip it. There's no great way to do it. Again, like, I was at home for a funeral, like I talked about on our last show, you know, a couple of weeks back, a week or so ago. And I texted Mick, man, where am I going? Where am I going to get you know, a cheesesteak or get a hoagie. And I think that's a part of your deal too. And that's really what I wanted to create it not for long, is like, I've been fortunate to travel and do a lot of cool stuff. So I'm like, okay, where do I, you know, where I know where to go in these cities. I don't know where to go. I just DM Mick.
Yeah, dude. Well, I become a walking Yelp, right? When are we going to start paying for that type of service? Holy
That's
moly.
right. That's right. We pay for it. They pay for it listening, and our ads, our sponsorships pay us, which we're looking for. You could sponsor, possibly you. So, no, it's been great, dude. I went to was it Guido's in Ben Salem?
Yeah.
Dude, it knocked my socks off. And my dad and I were like shocked. You know, we spent time down there. My uncle's got a place on the river down there, and I just was like blown away. Like, I played a lot of basketball games at Holy Ghost Prep when I went to Wood, and we went in there. And again, it's all about the roll. It was like how to be big fresh, because the roll inside was almost like not raw cookie dough, but it was like cooked. You know, the cookie where you get a chocolate cookie where it's like 3/4 of the way cooked, and you're like, oh my God, this is perfect. That's what the inside of the roll tastes like. And the outside was crispy, seeded, and it was so fresh. And the best part about it was probably like 2 or 3 o'clock I think I came up on a Tuesday night.
Right.
So it was like nobody there. So we had, I mean, that, again, I'm not as well traveled as you. I need to get, you know, to the heart of Philly, to Angelo's, to reset my palate. But
man, yeah, but dude, that's an interesting concept. So those guys came on the scene, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. They're from Brooklyn, right? So you and I talk all the time about a lot of these, you know, Philadelphia native transplants that move out to the Carolinas or California. Look at London, England, you know, Passion Steaks. Like, in Philadelphia, there are so many people out there moving across the country and putting a cheesesteak establishment. These guys saw it the other way. They came in from Brooklyn and said, you know what? We want to create the Philly cheesesteak, but we're going to, pay a little homage to who we are, where we're from. So you go in there and it's like Giants, Yankees, Mets, and then all the Philadelphia sports. So I gave him a little knock. It was like a 9.5 cheesesteak, but I knocked it down to 8.5 for all the paraphernalia.
I'll tell you what, folks, like, I'll be honest. We're finding ways how they're going to rate things. That's not okay. It's not going to be in the elite category, but I think it's in the group below it. Like, I was shook, like, to my core.
Dude, we talk about this all the time, though, and I hate to say it, but it's a cheesesteak. You either put some love into it or you don't. It's not a very hard concept. If you have the right roll, you have the right cheese, you have the right salt, pepper, whatever type of ingredients you want to put on that steak to season it, you can't screw it up, Colin. But if you do, then you ought to just reconsider, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. No, but I think, too, there's levels to it, and they're in that second tier. I think that's how I'm going to start grading it, because it's like, where do you fall? And 4th-tier cheesesteaks, like, they're great for your kids after a game, right? The kids are starving. You load up with ketchup, and you got to, on the way home, and you got to feed them.
Ketchup, come on, stop with that nonsense.
Whatever. I've done it before. I don't mind it. But my point is, like, if it's not elite, right, you're going to put some, you're going to load it up a little bit. Can I get the red sauce on it? Can I, you're looking for ways to create some flavor. So my point to it was, that's a level 2 to, cheesesteak for me. It could possibly be level 1. It was so good. It was so fresh. I was shocked. The way they wrap it too, I was like unwrapping. I did a review, and I was with my dad. It just wasn't the same. I needed to do it solo by myself. It wasn't, but I'll go back and do it again.
Samboning ain't easy, brother.
Especially when your parents are around. No, I'm kidding. So there's lots to discuss, dude, and lots of what to look forward to at Samboners. We always talk about that. Lots to look forward to. Mick always says it. It's not lip service, guys. Like, we are rocking and rolling. It's just been awesome and Not Too Long Media. We're making changes. We're getting sponsored. We're doing things. It's going to be a great year. But I think one of the big things and one of the big changes is, and really, I've been pounding the table for us, Mick, give us the roadmap, baby. Give us the roadmap. Give us something to think about the entire year, where we could plan out what we're doing. Where, hey, you know what? It's wing month. It's football season. I know where I'm going for my wings. It's cheesesteak month in March, which we're going to get into. It's March Madness, baby. I know where I'm going for my cheesesteak. So we're here to talk about the months, Mick. That's a big deal.
I love it. Absolutely. Great segue. First and foremost, Samboners, there are no rules in Samboners. So, yeah, it may be wild card month. It may be hot dog month. It may be – don't matter. Get out there and Sambone it. To each its own. But, yeah, Colin, we've been thinking long and hard about this. We've been Samboning our balls off for the last 4 years. We've been on Instagram for the last 2. And it's been a fly by the seat of your pants type of operation. And, look, there's nothing wrong about that, right? You almost got to just kind of play it as the cards fold. But, yeah. We're going to roll out a calendar, and we're going to line up all 12 of those months moving into 2023. And even furthermore, I thought to myself, like, how do we kick off 2023? Like, dude, man alive, I gotta slow down on the carbs. I got to drop 5-10 pounds just to kind of fuel up my Samboning ability. So, like, what are we going to do, right? We were thinking long and hard about the months and looking into 2023. We've been Samboning for, 4 years. We've been on Instagram for 2 years. This has been a fly by the seat of your pants type of operation. And you go into every month thinking, all right, what's the feel here? Is it wild card month? Is it specialty? Are you ready to break out some burgers? But, after doing this long enough, we thought it was probably in our best interest to just solidify those months across the entire 12-month calendar. But in addition to that, there's a struggle involved, right? Look, Samboning ain't easy. It's necessary. But, man alive, when, you're hitting all these joints week in, week out, and then you stare a new year in the eye and you're thinking, oh, man, I got to drop 5 or 10 pounds here. I got to get on a little bit of a health kick. So why not kick off the year with Wing Month?
Absolutely.
Low carb Samboner month.
That's right, man. And you can still get after it with wings and have a couple beers and you're okay. It's just a little bit different than maybe a burger or a cheesesteak or a hoagie. Grilled, fried. People are smoking them now. Like,
dude,
it's unbelievable.
Dude, there's an art, man. There's some places out there that start to tell you how they cook them, and then they kind of stop in their, they're like tracks. Like, well, wait a second here. What are you trying to get out of me here?
Yeah.
But dude, there's a ton of wing joints. We did Wing Month back in October 2021, and we were a little hesitant, but it turned out to be a ton of fun. And towards the end, we realized, holy shit, there's just not enough ground. One or two guys is just not enough people to cover all that ground. So again, man, that's where we need Samboner Nation to come up big, support your local staple, quest for the best. Show us what you got. I know there's a ton of joints in South Jersey, North Jersey. I can't hit them all.
Yep. So we had some technical difficulties again on my part. This is one episode you're going to get out of every 10 in the podcast world where you're like, what the F? What is happening? And that's all me. So we're talking about Wing Month and the way people are making wings now and the way people are hiding those recipes, almost like they're hiding a pizza recipe.
Yeah, man.
But it's for wings and all over, again, our area, the Philadelphia area, great wings. Great wings. But what we're trying to do with Samboners, this is nationwide, baby. There's great wings across the country. Mick, I had to jot down a couple of places. Again, I'll give you just some that came to my mind when I was talking to my wife today. We were talking about.
Hold on, before you go, let me guess. The Seaview Inn in Cape May, New Jersey.
You know what? I was really hoping you weren't going to be that guy this episode. But here, Mick, come. I can't say the Mosquito Grill in Doylestown either because that's in Doylestown. Just because it's good. Again, it's like Mick saying, oh, it's like being from South Philly. And some guy being like, bro, Angelo's is the best. And Mick's going to be like, oh, he's going to say Angelo's. I mean, you can't buy.
Touche.
You can't buy a break here. So things that came to mind. Mosquito Grill in Doylestown. Plumsteadville Pub, which I've talked about before. Their smoked wings are unbelievable. The place, again, you would never guess at really good. The Seaview Inn, award-winning, always win South Jersey's best wings. Hat Tricks in Tampa, Florida. You get down there. I was there this weekend. I was sending it to my friends. That's a great place. The Guinness Factory in Baltimore, Maryland. No TVs, great food. It's the only place they make Guinness outside of Ireland. Chop Tank in Annapolis in Baltimore. Awesome. Caswell Station in Charlotte. Moosehead in Charlotte. There was a couple on your top 10 list. Kavanaugh's, really good freaking wing.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of really good places. We used to go to Cavs all the time in college. I think it was Thursday nights. There was like a wing special.
Yeah, man.
Wing night. So we would get down there and pile in with all the Temple football guys and eat them out of house.
That's the beauty of places that actually can produce a good wing and have a wing night. Like Kavanaugh's is one. The Boathouse in Conchi is another. Like you pick up a pitcher of beer, they give you a dozen wings for free. You can't beat that, especially when the wings are in the top 10. But, dude, back to your point about Samboner Nation, right? Like it's really hard to produce a good cheesesteak all across the country, even though there's a ton of cheesesteak shops out there. And we'll get into that down the road. But, dude, everybody's got good wings. You can find a great wing all over the country, especially down south. Look, dude, sometimes we got to feed off of fried onions in South Carolina because when it comes to, like, cutlets and even, like, burgers, like, he struggles. But wings and barbecue and seafood, he's dominating. And so are you when you're down in Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte, we're really landlocked. Where he's at really nice. But where I'm about to get going and get moving and shaking here over the next couple of months is what I'm excited about. And I'm already circling my places from there. So we got Wing Month, the first month, guys. Obviously, we're talking more about that than the rest of them, but lots to look forward to. The second month, Mick, is a month to me that it's my favorite meal of the day, and that's breakfast.
Yes. So breakfast, dude. So breakfast month was one of the most exciting months in Samboner history. And, looking back on it, it got off to a slow start. And good, you still got to hit a bunch of the joints out there, like that breakfast burrito you had. That was unbelievable. But after 1 week, we started to realize, like, all right, everybody's trying to get back into gear here. Let's do it early in the month. If you do a really big breakfast late in the morning, all you need is another meal at dinner. But anyway, back in 2021, when we did breakfast month, we realized that the best breakfast sandwich is at home, right? So we rolled out this contest, and we had these guys, Samboner Nation, were coming through left and right with all these different concoctions, and we ran this like best of 16 bracket style breakfast sandwich contest. And it came down to two guys. I think it was Rev Ray and his buddy, what was his name? He had like the kitchen sink and something else. It just was like, it brought all the creativity out of people, and it created some competition behind it. And it was just, good old fashioned fun.
And you could talk about wings like people with breakfast now. Like literally the breakfast joints now are just getting ridiculous, right? And I love it. Like stuffed pancakes. I saw something the other day. It's like a waffle, a pancake, and French toast in one thing. Like, so the creativity, I think a lot of it has to do with social media, right? Like if you're a restaurant place, are you going to continue to be the mom and pop diner, which I love and value tremendously? Or are you going to add some flair so people post it, share it, and say, this is where I want to go? Because at the end of the day, that's what the Samboners really is. It's like, oh, wow, okay, I remember. I'm sending this video to my wife because we're going to Clearwater in a couple months, and Mick was just down there, and he went to this place, so we're going to go to this place. That's how I think social media has really driven menus to go different places, go farther. And then you have a place like Angelo's who's like doesn't really care and like was producing it, and all of a sudden, like, we could talk about Portnoy showing up or other people showing up and made it blow up. So, and
people experimented too. You'd be surprised. There's pork roll, egg, and cheesesteaks out there. There's all kinds of cheesesteaks and eggs. There's a ton of hidden gems out there that we've never hit.
Yeah, and hey, listen, Samboners, you're at Tony Luke's in South Philly. Like, I love their egg sandwiches with long hots. Like, love them. Like, Bill.
You should see there's a place down in like Center City, South Philadelphia area called the Row Home Coffee Shop. They're slinging these. There I go with the slinging, but they're making breakfast sandwiches on like your traditional Philly soft pretzel. Oh. They just cut the soft pretzel in half and then boom.
Dude, elementary school, this is great, rains and pours, there's leaf blowing outside. There's not even any leaves on the ground anymore. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, he's right up against the window right here. Hello, sir. How you doing? Yep.
Dude, you're having a day, man.
Have a day. Take a look, take a bite, maybe take a listen. So when I was a kid, man, I love it. When we were in lunch, they'd have like the grilled ham and cheeses on the pretzels, split the pretzel in half.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Oh,
dude, it's good.
Shout out Cold Spring Elementary, the goats. All right, so we're going to transition breakfast month. Jack for that. I'm a breakfast guy. People in the morning, coffee. And listen, folks, like Samboning on your porch and coffee. That counts as breakfast.
That's it.
And then we're going to transition to one of the big daddy months here. It's March.
Yeah.
It's March Madness, but it's also cheesesteak madness.
Cheesesteaks get 2 months out of the year.
Absolutely.
2 months out of the year, and we'll go right into March, and we'll hit cheesesteaks again. I think at that point it'll be season 5.0. Cheesesteaks has to take precedence over everything else. And like I said, March Madness, everybody's going to be getting after it, having fun, soaking up their sorrows. Why not?
Have you done a bracket before?
We've talked about it. There is a lot of people out there that do it. We like to stay in our lanes. One thing we thought about was doing like a Delco, Bucks, Monco, Philly style bracket, or maybe even throw South Jersey in the mix.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, places, the thing about the beauty about cheesesteaks, like there's like 2 more joints that just popped up. One place called Gazzo's in Pottstown, and then there was one else I just saw. Raceway Bagels over in Jersey somewhere. Dude, these 2 cheesesteaks look like literally the best 2 cheesesteaks you'll ever put your eyes on in the world. And that continues to evolve, dude. People just continue to jump in on the mix and serve some of the best cheese. I think they look some of the best cheesesteaks out there. So that's the beauty about cheesesteaks. We're just going to continue to hit new joints, find the next hidden gem. And who knows, the 2023 Lilo's Award could be somebody we've never even heard of.
And there's somebody too in like Delco or somewhere, like, don't tell anybody about this. Like, don't post about it. Like, that may end up always staying that way.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, it's going to be great. March Madness, cheesesteaks, wings, all the playoff run, breakfast. If there may be a hungover Super Bowl Sunday on Monday, you're going to have to get it kicked up. Got a 3-day weekend in there too, so it's going to be a good month for that. And then you got cutlets.
Yeah, man.
An underrated month.
Ah, dude. Cutlets is one of the most underrated months, in my opinion. I wasn't even a huge cutlet guy before the Samboners. And then once we started Samboning, I think it took till we got to cutlet month. Now I'm addicted. I love cutlets. The combination of the sharp prove, the broccoli rabe, put a little long hot on there. Oh, a little capricole maybe. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful Sambon.
There's a lot of way to go with it, right? You can do like a chicken parm situation. There's just a lot. The cutlet is super, super flexible. Super
Well,
flexible.
it's also an art too, man. You know, you
Yeah.
either got it or you don't. I hate to say
Yeah, it's not like cheesesteaks. There's like levels to it. Cutlets either yay.
it.
It's either yay or nay month. Okay, then we're going to my favorite month of them all, and let's see. That's going to be May. That's going to be May. So it's going to be a perfect time. This, you know, summer's in the air a little bit. The kids got, get the elbow up, Johnny. It's baseball season. We got hoagie month.
Hoagie.
June, baby. Disco June, specialty month. Go
June,
ahead.
specialty month. So do not be confused with wild card month. Specialty month is basically going to find a creative sandwich, maybe a cheesesteak hoagie or a buffalo chicken cutlet sandwich that has all kinds of crazy shit on it, but like something unique, like the train wreck at the Reading Terminal, who's serving the train wreck. It's like a kibasi type of style cheesesteak. I don't know. I forget all this shit that I eat, man. But just something unique and creative.
I think the first thing that comes to mind again, it's childhood, right? Playing games at Archbishop Wood, going to Chickies, and then you mix it up and you get the lobster, cheesesteak. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I love that. It brings back good childhood memories. Dude, I would do the shrimp in the sauce. They had the peel and eats in like the hot Old Bay sauce, and I would peel them. I wouldn't eat them, and I would stuff them in the cheesesteak with the lobster. So it was like a double surf and turf cheesesteak. It was absolutely.
There you go, dude. Doesn't get any more specialty than that.
No, I'm special too.
Here we go. Yes, you are.
In many ways, especially with my Wi-Fi today. Burgers and dogs in July. How fitting is that?
I mean, yeah, come on. Doesn't get any more fitting than that. Last year, though, I will say, Burger and Dog Month quickly became Hot Dog Month. Dogs at the turn, dogs at the ballpark, dogs on the beach, you name it, man. And just it took over. It was a lot of fun. I look forward to Samboning in July again.
4th of July, the beach. Kids are, right in the prime of summer. But back when the anxiety of school would creep into me is when August would hit, folks. And I was not a happy camper in August. We got seafood month, a great month. I love living down in Cape May. That one fall I was able to be there, and I was out of football regretfully, but I was able to get that fresh seafood right off the boat. And
we thought about it just having like a po' boy month, but seafood can go wide and deep, right? You got the crab cakes, you got the grouper sandwiches, so much potential out there. And look, again, like wing month, the Samboners need a little break, right? Little fish sandwich, freeze it up a little bit.
Yeah, have some scallops. Again, I'll suggest it because I know the area, not because Cape May is the best, but go to the Lobster House and go to the counter on the left. Counter on the right is the secret breakfast spot of Cape May. It's like $5.50 for all you can eat, pretty much breakfast. But to the left is an unbelievable fresh seafood counter. Cape May is like the number 2 scallop distributor of scallop in the country. The scallops are the size of freaking baseballs, and they're unbelievably good and fresh. So I highly suggest that too for seafood month in August. Get down there early, get breakfast, and then drive back to Shuby Land up there in Seattle for all you Shubies in Seattle and Avalon. All right, then we're back to cheesesteak month.
Yeah, man, here we go. We are back.
Football season. I mean, boom, you're rocking and rolling. The birds are back for you Philly folks. I don't know which team I'm with. I'm hoping back in Carolina.
Well, there's nothing better to do than post summer, go grab a cheesesteak and just kind of soak up all that summer and just kick off the fall right?
No doubt about it. And then we kick it right into October, man. Fried chicken month. You could go with a fried wing even.
There you go.
Fried chicken. This is an interesting month because in the Northeast, there isn't a ton of fried chicken, even though we're nationwide, folks, primarily based in the Northeast. What are your thoughts on this month, Nick?
It's a challenge. But last time we did it, again, we missed fried chicken sandwich month in 2022. So, it's a little bit long overdue. My good friend Chad Rosenthal right up here in Ambler has the Lucky Well, the Motel fried chicken sandwich. I mean, basically kind of a clone off of the Chick-fil-A, but just a million times better. And there's a ton of people out there now doing that. And there's a ton of good places in the city and all the surrounding areas that serve a mean fried chicken sandwich. So it's definitely worth a month. And again, no rules in Samboners.
No doubt about it. Chicken parm sandwich, again, is it a cutlet? What's the difference? Nobody knows. Argue. There's no rules. So this is one of my favorite months too. Roast pork month. I mean, yeah. You would talk about the best tasting, like elite, like you smell like it for 2 months.
Yeah.
Roast pork Italiano to me, baby.
I mean, we wouldn't be we'd be doing Philadelphia a disservice as the Samboners if we weren't honoring an entire month for pot roast pork or pork in general, right? Cheesesteaks, pork, and hoagie is Philadelphia through and through. And the rest of these sandwiches that we're eating too, if I don't mind saying.
Yeah, for that. And then, of course, we wrap up, which we just wrapped up with. It's a fun month, man. The holidays, Thanksgiving's over. It's wild card month in December.
Unbelievable. Or, booze month pretty much, but nah.
Yeah, they're all good. That's every month.
Yeah. Wild card month 2022 is officially in the books. And it's never a disappointment, man. All throughout the summer, we had it one year, and then just this holiday season, I think we did another wild card month back in like March or April, and just wild card month brings the best out of Samboner Nation. You gotta love it.
It really does, man. I had an unbelievable holiday. Mick, did you get your full and drinks and food?
Yeah, don't be fooled by what this guy Colin persuades me to do on the internet, folks. I'm a very good citizen.
I think Mick is one of the best, and I just think that this is not the issue, but this is the world of social media where people think that what's posted on social media is reality. Listen, folks, Mick doesn't just have one cell on social media; he has 12, and so does every other guy in that neighborhood, and so does myself, even the NFL player on Christmas Day. So, yeah, man, it was a great holiday season for me and my family. Like I said, and I've said it before, we lost a brother, a great friend. And we were able to celebrate him, but we were able to celebrate each other and family over the holidays, which is really special. Because you know what, man, life is too short. But yeah, it was a great holiday, man. We got nipped from the playoffs last week by TB12 and the Bucks, which was tough. Changes are ahead here in Carolina, I would assume. But just focused on what I got to do to finish strong and have a good finish 2022, kind of put that behind me. It's been a bumpy year, but get back to 2023 in football. So good holiday season for me and the Thompson family. I know the McKenzie family had a good one too. You guys look like you have a hoot, man. You guys look like you have a great time.
Yeah, like Kev said in the last episode, it's a big shit show. But nah, we just like to get after it, have fun, be responsible. There's nothing better, man. Just catching up with old friends. It's funny, we joke as the original core Samboners, like, we never get together as a group, maybe 2 or 3 of us at a time. And finally, just this past New Year's Eve, 5 of the original 6 were able to get together, raise a glass, have a little fun, catch up on, good old times. And, thanks to Samboner Drew for hosting one hell of a New Year's Eve party. So much for, 5 or 6 families. I think a good 15, 16 families showed up. There was like 60 or 70 people in this house at one point. It was an absolute ripper.
It's a ripper, baby, like the old
So much
days.
for a shit show in my house. It was a fucking shit show at Drew's.
Yeah, Drew, worry about your own house, man. Don't worry about mine. Listen, guys, everything we do here with the Samboners and Optimal Media is brought to you by our friends at Fudge Kitchen. They've been just unbelievable supporters of us. There's been some awesome giveaways. You guys saw our Hanks giveaway, too. So stay tuned to all that stuff, man. Fudge Kitchen's been unbelievably great to us. Looking forward to doing more with them. It's really good for the holidays, of course. They've passed, but it's awesome. Valentine's Day is coming up here next month, and really it's a great birthday gift to mix things up than the normal deal. They do a great job. They're just first class there. Call them up. They just get the address, boom, credit card number, bang, ship it right to the door. They sent me 30 boxes down here to the Panthers, so they're just good people, man. Local business, 50 years of business. So,
nice.
Yeah, Mick, that's it, man. First episode of the new year. Anything you got for the folks before we wrap things up?
Yeah, I'd like to just roll out. I have 6 awards to give out for the 2022 calendar year.
Wow.
6 awards, and we'll be pretty straightforward. We don't have to elaborate on all 6 of them because I think by the time we get to the 3rd, we'll have another technical difficulty and you'll probably drop off again. So in 2022, we'll start with the best celebrity Sambone. The best celebrity Sambone goes to the one, the only Mr. Harry Donahue. Samboning a breakfast sandwich from Brian's Waffle House in his home sweet home of Avalon, New Jersey.
That is one of the best people I have ever worked with, have come across. He's a mentor. He's a friend. I love Harry. I called games at Temple games with Harry. The 3 years I was in and out of the league to start my career. Love that man. Talk to him once a month. He is a Samboner at heart. He's a Jersey Shore man at heart.
Yep.
He's a good man. It's a great pick, Mick.
Special family, very close, near to dear to the McKenzies. All grew up in Southampton, Pennsylvania. My brother and his son Tim are practically best friends. Great, great guy. All right, the next award we have is the King of the Wild Card Month. This individual I have never met in person, but he was found Samboning some Portuguese whiskey he found dug up in the ground after 16 years. He quoted, "I don't know what this shit is." But anyway, that award goes to Uncle Fiddler. Uncle Fiddler, you are the man when it comes to Wild Card Month. Keep on Samboning, my friend. All right, next one. Next one. I got the best Sambone at a sporting event. And that, my friend, goes to you, Colin, posting up at Lumen Stadium after a big time win against the Seattle Seahawks. You Samboned a cheesesteak from Tat's Deli. My friend, that took big kahunas, and we appreciate it. So congratulations.
I appreciate it, man.
Best Sambone at a sporting event.
I'm nervous, man. You played for the team. Good thing we won. Of course, I only do it if we win. The place Tats is legit. If you're in Seattle, I follow them on Instagram now just because, and they do an unbelievable job. Like catering, big rolls. They kill it, man.
All right. Here's my next one. Best Sambone in Sea Isle City. Best Sambone in Sea Isle City goes to the one, the only Coach Patton, Sean Patton, Samboning the Herney on top of deck 58, little Guinness, little Tullamore Dew, bada bing, bada boom, classic, brought the energy. You just had to love it. Great Sambone, Sean. Congratulations. Best Sambone in Sea Isle. You win absolutely nothing. I have no trophies. I have no money. I got no nothing, but you're the man.
For you, Patton. And the Herney, by the way, folks, that is the former GM of the Carolina Panthers. Twice drafted Christian McCaffrey, a lot of really good players, and now he's with the Washington football team, Washington Commanders. So
how about
good friends with Sean. So
there you go. I got 3 more. I decided to throw in the best hot dog Sambone because at first I thought that these two guys were going to win the sporting event award until you trumped them. But the best hot dog Sambone goes to the 2 guys posted up in the bleacher seats at Wrigley Stadium, decide to pop in a Sambone, the 2 of them, first time, long time. They hit all the Samboner lingo. It wasn't even a Phillies game, but they're decked out in Phillies gear, and they let one rip in front of 35,000 fans without a worry in the world. Kudos to you, dudes. Can't thank you enough for all the love and support. You absolutely nailed it. So, again, you are the hot dog Sambone winner. You don't win anything, no prizes, no trophies, no nothing.
Especially you, Patton. You get nothing, and you like it.
All right, so here we go. Last but not least, 2 most valuable Samboner awards, one for male, one for female. The female Samboner award goes to Carla. I don't know Carla's last name, but Carla is the most consistent female Samboner in the Samboner hood. She hits every single month in, month out. Well-deserved, Carla. Keep on Samboning. Grinder. And then the Ultimate Samboner Award. Colin, you kind of fall into this category too, but we'll keep you off for now. The MVP of 2022 goes to Lieutenant Samboner Grant Callahan, the absolute ultimate Samboner. I lost the word for him. He's an ultimate Samboner. He just got out of a fresh haircut right before New Year's and decided to Sambone his fresh fade. If you have that desire, those type of balls, you are the man. MVP award goes to you, Grant. Keep on Samboning. Appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. And that's all I got. Unless you have a great award you want to throw in the mix.
Well, listen, Mick. If I'm a Samboner, fanhood, you are the real MVP. Okay, because I'm an OG kind of adopted, but I'm still a fan of the Samboners, and you, my friend, and everybody listening knows that Mick is the freaking OG. Everybody asks me, who is this character? So thanks for all you do, man, because you bring a lot of joy to people's lives. I know you know that, but it's been fun for me. It's been fun for our followers. It's been fun for your followers, and honestly, you bring a ton of joy. So
I appreciate it.
Real MVP,
I appreciate it. And you are definitely an OG, brother.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. It's been great. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties on my end. This happens once a year to me, and It's happening right now. So you got to smile and deep breathe through it. I appreciate your patience, Mick. Appreciate the followers' patience. And listen, Jackson earned his paycheck editing this thing. So people won't even notice because Jack's so good. Anything, Mickey, for the crew before we out of here, man?
No, let's get after it, boys and girls. Wing Month coming at you, 2023. Big things ahead. Keep on Samboning, everybody. Let's go. Let's go time.
Keep on Samboning, baby. Appreciate the Fudge Kitchen. Guys, listen to the show on all platforms. And then check us out on YouTube. Show's visible as well. So catch Mick and I laughing at each other, having a good time, talking smack. So have a good one, guys. Happy 2023.
Later.